The movie opens with a man who goes out for an early morning walk. He walks along a forest path, and even though it is dark, he keeps moving forward. Suddenly, another man appears in front of him. He asks, "Who are you?" The man says nothing and suddenly attacks him. In the attack, the poor man is killed. His name is Mark. He has a son and a wife. His wife's name is Sharon. Many years have passed, and today, when Sharon wakes up from sleep, she remembers Mark, who has been gone for years. Sharon gets out of bed and goes to wake her son, Anthony, because Anthony has to go to school today. Sharon also works in an office. When she gets ready and steps outside, her old friend Behrens is waiting for her. Behrens is a police officer, and he helps Sharon with everything. Sharon also likes him, but neither of them ever shares their feelings with each other. The investigation into Sharon's husband's murder is still going on, and Behrens is the one handling the case. Meanwhile, Anthony gets ready and arrives at college. He opens his locker and finds many torn pieces of photos and some trash inside. As he looks at them, another boy, Brett, comes over and starts making fun of him. When Anthony protests, Brett becomes even angrier. Before he can do anything to Anthony, Dylan arrives and asks, "Is there a problem?" Dylan is new to the college, but he sees everything with his own eyes. As soon as Dylan arrives, both Brett and Anthony calm down. After that, Anthony picks up his trash and moves to the other side. After Brett leaves, Dylan notices that a photo has been left behind. He picks it up and looks at it and sees a picture of a beautiful woman. It is a photo of Anthony's mother. Seeing it, Dylan instantly falls for her. On the other hand, Sharon looks a bit disturbed at the office. She receives some messages, the meaning of which is revealed later. Back at college, Anthony takes out a book to attend class when Dylan comes over. Dylan walks up to a group of girls standing there. One of them, named Megan, comes with him and introduces him to Anthony. Megan asks Anthony how his studies are going. Anthony says they are going well. Actually, Anthony is a little afraid to talk to girls, so he soon makes an excuse about class and starts to leave. But Dylan likes his mother, so to get close to her, he now needs to become friends with Anthony. When Dylan and Megan try to stop him, Anthony says they will meet later and leaves. Today, a match is about to take place on the college ground, and the college boys are already there. Brett is also on the ground, and his behavior toward Anthony is still not good. When he sees that Anthony is playing better than him, jealousy rises inside him. Out of irritation and anger, he starts beating Anthony again. Dylan is also present there, but once again the coach arrives in time and saves Anthony. After the match, the two meet in the locker room. Dylan tells Anthony that he plays really well. Anthony thanks Dylan and says that he plays this game to fulfill his dad's dreams. He then says to Dylan, "First you saved me from Brett, then you introduced me to Megan. But why are you helping me?" Dylan sits beside him and says, "I know your dad is no longer in this world. I'm like you too. My dad is not mentally well now, and my mother is no longer alive. I am very lonely. I don't have any friends." Dylan and Anthony stay silent for a while. Then Anthony says, "Introduce me to Megan." Dylan starts laughing, and Anthony laughs too. Their shared pain turns into a deep friendship. For the first time, Anthony considers someone his best friend. When Sharon returns home from work, tired and stressed, she is surprised to see that Anthony is not at home. She calls out his name and looks around, but Anthony is nowhere to be found. She goes to Anthony's room, but he is not there either. Just then, she hears the sound of a car outside. She steps out and sees Anthony and his friend Dylan getting out of the car. She asks Anthony where he has been. Anthony tells her that he went out with a friend. "Mom, this is Dylan. We became friends today." Sharon says, "That's fine. Come inside." As they walk in, Dylan cannot stop looking at her. Her beauty awakens feelings of love in his heart. Sharon then turns around and invites Dylan to come inside as well. Dylan smiles and walks into the house. That night, Anthony's friends come over for a party. Sharon is preparing snacks for them and quietly watching everyone. Suddenly, her eyes meet Dylan's. For a moment, everything seems to freeze. Then, regaining control, she looks away and returns to her work. There is something strange yet deeply comforting about the boy's presence. During the party, Dylan slips away from the crowd. Everyone is busy enjoying the party while Dylan walks towards Sharon's room, looking for the bathroom. By mistake, he enters Sharon's room instead. There, his eyes fall on a family photo that includes Mark. At that moment, Sharon enters the room. She is surprised to see Dylan there. When she asks him, Dylan tells her the truth. He got lost. Sharon remembers the things Anthony has said about him, about how Dylan has always supported her son. In that moment, Sharon's heart softens, and she thanks Dylan. Their eyes meet, and neither of them seems able to look away. Silence grows between them for a few seconds. Then Dylan leaves the room, but as he goes, he leaves Sharon with a feeling of love she cannot ignore. After the party ends, everyone leaves, and the house falls silent. For the first time, Sharon sits with Anthony and speaks from her heart. She tells him that the situation has gotten worse and that they desperately need money. The old house will have to be sold, the same house filled with countless memories of her and Mark. Anthony immediately mentions Dylan. He says that his best friend is currently looking for a place and suggests that they talk to him. Maybe he will buy the house. Sharon feels sad, but there is no other option besides selling the house. The next day, Anthony and Dylan meet again. They come for practice, and during their conversation, Anthony mentions that his mother is selling a house and asks if Dylan would like to buy it. Dylan explains that his uncle is actually looking for a house. Anthony then gives Dylan the address of their old home. That same day, Dylan comes to see the house. Sharon and Dylan are happy to see each other. Eddie is also there. Sharon says that his uncle was supposed to come to see the house, but Dylan explains that his uncle has gone out for a meeting. Dylan asks, "Why are you selling this house?" Sharon answers honestly, "We're struggling financially, and there's no other choice." Hearing this, Dylan becomes quiet. After a while, they start talking more. As the conversation deepens, Sharon asks, "Where are your mom and dad?" Dylan falls silent for a moment and then replies softly, "They're no longer in this world." Hearing this, Sharon also grows quiet, feeling a sense of sympathy for him. Dylan then carefully looks at every corner of the house, the same old house where Sharon and Mark once started a new life. Now, everything feels like a memory from the past. Sharon shows him each room one by one, telling him how Mark built all of this. But Mark is no longer there, and she has to do everything for the sake of money. Meanwhile, the match at school begins. All the boys are busy playing. Brett is playing with them as well, but today he is losing to Anthony because Dylan is teaching Anthony the rules of the game. Furious and frustrated, Brett storms into the dressing room after the match. He comes there to ruin Anthony's things, but Dylan has already locked Anthony's locker. Just then, Dylan grabs Brett's hand. Without starting a fight, he gives Brett a clear warning. "Stay away. I won't tolerate this next time." Brett backs off because he knows that Dylan has many friends in the college. The next morning, Sharon is busy on her phone. When she reaches the pantry wearing her nightgown, Dylan is already there. Seeing Dylan, she feels awkward and quickly adjusts her clothes. Dylan apologizes, but Sharon says it's okay. He tells her that he has come to pick up Anthony. Sharon smiles. Just then, Anthony comes out and the two of them leave together. Sharon's problems do not seem to end. The stress keeps increasing, and now she starts receiving strange letters, threatening messages that hint at old secrets. She has received such messages before. She feels scared but remains silent. Her assistant, Katie, advises her to talk to Detective Behrens, but Sharon hesitates. She does not want to pull Behrens into her personal issues. At school, Dylan keeps motivating Anthony to move forward with Megan. Anthony likes her, but he cannot gather the courage to talk to her. Seeing Anthony's hesitation, Dylan talks to Megan himself and sets up a plan for the two of them. Anthony tells his mother that he is going on a date with Megan, and Sharon becomes happy as soon as she hears it. That night, Dylan brings Megan to Anthony's house so that he can give his car to Anthony and stay back with his mother, and that is exactly what happens. They sit together and unknowingly begin sharing their hearts. Sharon tells him everything she has not told anyone for years. Even though her marriage with Mark looks strong from the outside, the connection she hoped for never truly exists. A sense of emptiness always lives inside her, which she buries deep within. Their conversation begins to heal each other's wounds. As the night grows deeper, Anthony and Megan spend a memorable evening outside. They are happy, laughing, and the distance between them slowly begins to fade. Back at the house, there is a strange silence. Sharon is in the bathroom, taking a shower to wash away the exhaustion of the day. Dylan is sitting outside, but in that quiet atmosphere, something pulls him inside. Sharon senses his presence and gently protests, but that night, everything feels suspended in time. Emotions that are never spoken suddenly rise to the surface. A silent connection, an unspoken feeling. Something happens that has never happened before. That night changes the boundaries between them in many ways. After some time, when Anthony returns home, everything feels a little strange to him. There is an unusual silence in the house. He calls out for Dylan. Dylan comes forward, and Anthony's eyes sense something, like there is something in the air, something that was not there before. Days pass, and everything starts to look normal again. At school, Brett stops Megan and warns her. Don't trust Dylan. There's something wrong with him. Megan takes his words lightly, but Brett does not stop there. He goes straight to Dylan and says, "I know everything about you, and soon I'll tell everyone." Dylan does not reply, but the anxiety in his eyes is clearly visible. A few days later, while playing on the school playground, Dylan deliberately injures his own hand and, just as planned, blames Brett for it. Without thinking twice, Anthony believes Dylan and gives a statement in his favor, filing a report with the school and the police. Taking the case seriously, Detective Behrens himself arrives at the school. school. All the evidence appears to be against Brett. Soon he calls Sharon and informs her that Brett has been suspended and finally expelled from school. When Sharon reaches the school, she asks Anthony if Brett was really harassing him. Anthony nods in agreement. Still unaware of the truth, Sharon leaves the school with her son. Just then, the detective arrives and questions Anthony again. Anthony gets angry, but he says nothing and comes home. When he reaches home, Anthony confronts his mother and says, "Tell me the truth, Mom. Is there something going on between you and the detective?" Sharon gets angry and snaps, "That's nonsense." Anthony storms off. That same evening, Dylan sends a message asking Sharon to meet him at the old house. Sharon is emotionally conflicted, yet she goes to meet him. Once again, their closeness grows. They have no idea that a third person is secretly recording everything. Unaware of this, they spend a night together. The next morning, when Anthony wakes up, he looks for his mother to apologize. But she is not home. She spent the previous night at the old house. Eventually, Anthony gets ready for college and leaves. When Sharon wakes up later, the doorbell rings. She gets scared, quickly wakes Dylan, and goes to open the door. Outside, her friend stands there with some items. Sharon says, "Give them to me, I'll put them away." But her friend refuses and starts walking toward the bedroom. Sharon panics, afraid that the truth is about to come out. She stops her friend and says that she stayed there last night because she had an argument with Anthony. Still, her friend does not listen and walks into the bedroom. As her friend starts fixing the bed, she finds a sock. Seeing it, Sharon becomes terrified. Before her friend can understand anything, Sharon distracts her. By then, Dylan has already slipped out of the room. In the end, their secret narrowly escapes being exposed. The next day, Megan shows Anthony a video, something that makes his soul tremble. In the video, his mother and Dylan are in a situation no son should ever see. Everything is recorded at the old house. Anthony breaks down silently from the inside, but what Megan tells him next is even more horrifying. She says that the previous night she confronted Dylan. Dylan called her to meet him, but at the same time, he secretly invited Sharon there as well. Dylan deceived everyone. Hearing this, Anthony falls completely silent. His world collapses in that moment. After college is over, as Megan walks outside, she runs into Dylan. He takes her phone. Dylan has already found out that Megan recorded a video of him and Anthony's mother. He does not say much and lets Megan go. Meanwhile, Sharon suffers another shock. The video of her and Dylan has gone viral on the internet. In the middle of humiliation and trauma, she receives a message from Dylan asking her to meet him again at the old house. Before going, she calls Detective Behrens and tells him everything, that Dylan is behind all of this and that she is going to meet him at the old house. When Sharon reaches the house, Dylan is already there, calm but dangerous. His true face is finally revealed. He tells her his real identity. He is the son of the man Sharon once had a relationship with. He admits that he is the one who killed Mark. He then pulls out a knife and points it at Sharon, saying that if she does not kill herself, he will kill Anthony, whom he has already captured. Sharon refuses, and in that moment, everything changes. Broken inside but strong on the outside, Sharon turns the knife on Dylan. She attacks him swiftly, injures him, and manages to escape. Just then, Detective Behrens arrives, and the two of them quickly leave. Dylan has already revealed that he has tied up Anthony and Megan. A short while later, Sharon arrives at Dylan's house with a detective because she knows where her late husband's house is. After reaching there, she notices a rope and instantly realizes that her son and Megan are tied somewhere nearby. They start searching. After going some distance, Sharon gets out of the car and moves into the forest with a detective to look for Anthony. The detective starts running out of breath, and Sharon moves ahead alone. At that moment, Dylan appears from behind and knocks the detective to the ground. He takes the gun from the detective's pocket and moves towards Sharon. But the story is not over yet. With even more dangerous intentions, Dylan steps forward and stops Sharon at gunpoint. Just then, Anthony breaks free and rushes in to save his mother. Dylan shouts, "Don't trust your mother. She killed your dad." But Anthony does not believe him. Furious, Dylan is about to fire the gun when Megan comes from behind and tries to stop him. At the same time, Anthony also attacks Dylan. A final confrontation takes place. In that clash, Sharon shows courage. She stops Dylan and kills him once and for all. Everything falls silent. At the end of the story, we see that Sharon has now taken the detective's hand. Everything seems normal again, but what happens next in the story remains to be seen.